Welcome back, everyone. It's Coleman Swartz with Better Business Bureau. We are talking to Miss Jana Broussard. She is the president of Henry Peters. They are an accounting firm here in Tyler, and the reason we are talking to them is because they have been nominated for a 2021 BBB Awards for Excellence, and we wanted to learn more about their business. Disclaimer, if you would like to vote for them and any of the other businesses that are nominated, you can do so by heading to bbbawards.com. Miss Jana, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. You?
Well, we're surviving. We have survived the winter storm, and so we have made it work. So real quick, tell us about Henry and Peters, a little bit of history and what you guys offer for businesses and for clients.
Great. Henry and Peters is been around since 1929, so we're over 90 years old. And so we kind of consider ourselves a staple to the East Texas community. And we are here to serve our community any way we can, but primarily, obviously, what we're about is accounting and tax services. So we do audits, we do consulting, we do bookkeeping, most of those things that everybody else think are pretty nerdy, we feel like we've got a good handle on and we want to help people with.
Well, I didn't say that. I've never once said accountants were number nerds, maybe. Tell me about how things have changed recently. Obviously, anytime there's a political shift, and we're not going to do politics, but anytime there's kind of an admin change, there's policy changes. What has been kind of the hardest part about keeping up about what has happened or what might happen in terms of my taxes or business taxes or any of the numbers that go into these things?
I think basically really how you started it off, it's the change, the constant change, particularly as we went through 2020, that was the biggest thing, was just trying to keep up with what's the new change for today. And so that was probably one of the biggest things that we did, was we started just impromptu videos so that as we got new information, we could turn around and try to get it out to the community, because it was a constant change. And unfortunately, I think 2021 is looking like it's going to be very much the same. We're already seeing new things coming out from the new administration. There's more PPP loans. We've already got an extended tax deadline for Texas because of the storm last week. So it is an ever-changing environment. So that's probably been the biggest adjustment.
Obviously, there was no bigger change in 2020 than about 1 year ago right now, when it was announced that COVID-19 was a thing and there were things were going to be changing. What did you have to change from your workflow perspective, from how you managed the pandemic, to maybe things you went above and beyond doing just to make sure that you could continue to function, successfully for the people that you serve?
I think the first thing was to just try to get a handle on, okay, what are the priorities? And so, we said, okay, we're essential services. People's payrolls don't stop. We do bookkeeping for people. That's an ongoing thing. So we focused on, how do we keep current things going? How do we keep our staff, our employees feeling safe and supported? And how do we serve our community? How do we make ourselves available? And so going back again to all the changes, we kind of recognized that was one of the biggest things. People feel better when they know what's going on. And that was the hard part, was trying to really stay on top of what is going on and what is changing. We kicked our IT, our technology department, into high gear, made sure that every employee had extra monitors, had all of the tools that they needed, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, all of those things, to be able to work wherever we needed to be. We did keep our offices open the whole time. We gave our employees the option to work here or at home, wherever they felt safest or their family needs were. And then even clients. We had some clients that were closed down. We had others that still wanted us on site with them. So we just worked to make ourselves as versatile as we could to keep work going. And of course, as things progressed and the health side of it became a bigger concern, we set up drive-throughs in the parking lot so that people didn't have to come into our office, but they could still bring us tax information or payroll runs or whatever they had to do, and we could, exchange information with them in the parking lot. And then, as I mentioned a while ago, the videos to just keep people updated on what was changing and what they could do to change with it, as much as they needed to. So, we just shifted the focus away from us and onto the community and what can we do to make this better.
I think the key word you used there that everybody got familiar with was versatility. How can I continue to offer what I'm offering, just not in the same way I'm used to offering it? So I think everybody's learned, and those who have made it through and hopefully are maybe back on the upswing, they did that. They learned how to function that way.
Very, very true.
She is Ms. Jana Broussard. She is the president of Henry and Peters. They are nominated for a 2021 BBB Awards for Excellence. So make sure to vote for them or for whoever you want to vote for at bbbawards.com. Ms. Jana, I'll wrap it up with this. You kind of touched on it earlier. 2020 was just all over the place. 2021 has gotten off to a heck of a start. What just in your, with all of your experience, what do you think the next couple of months hold as we move towards tax season? And what potentially changes do you see happening where if we talked again this time next year, you would say, well, that was unexpected?
Very true. I think we will probably again see extended deadlines, maybe not just for Texas, but for, perhaps everybody, because while we were dealing with the winter storm, there's still other parts of the country that are still very much shut down by COVID, even though there's less of that for us here. So I think it's going to be really, I hate to say it because nobody wants to hear it, but almost more of the same, almost a repeat of 2020 of lots of changes, lots of adjustments, and just doing our best.
Well, we appreciate you guys. I know the East Texas community appreciates you. You've been around 90, let's see if I can get my math there, 92 years? Is that about right? Sounding about right, which means the next step is 100. All right. So 92 years in existence. Ms. Jana Broussard, president of Henry and Peters. Make sure to vote for them or whoever you would like to vote for by going to bbbawards.com. Ms. Jana, we appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do, and best of luck in everything.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.